Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Foxadoo98 here. Welcome to a brand new series for you guys today here on the channel. Welcome everybody to the F1 project. This is my new long-lasting series that is going to be going on for, well, for a very, very long time. Now, I'm going to explain what the F1 project is and what my current F1 project is. I know, very confusing, but basically, the F1 project is a new series that I'm going to be doing whereby I'm going to be setting myself a long-standing challenge and I'm going to try and complete it. Mostly it's going to be in the career mode section of things, and it can last through any specific F1 game. It doesn't necessarily have to be the new F1 games that come out. I can do it on any series I want. So, for Series 1 of the F1 project, as you can see, I am going to be, as the title says, doing a challenge or a little project of maxing out the Mercedes. Now, of course, I could go ahead and mod myself to have 1,000,000 R&D points, but that's boring. I want to actually legitimately max out my Merc and then win the championship with a maxed out Mercedes. That's the aim, and that is my project. So, as you can see, we started up a brand new career mode. I'm going to be doing 25% races and a one-shot qualifying session. I don't want to basically be spending ages and ages on the same, career mode, because as you've seen from many of my career mode series in the past, if I then go away for it for a little bit and have to do a big, really long race, I just get bored. 25% races, I enjoy doing them. It's a lot of fun. So that's what we're going to be doing. So as you can see then, we're going to be setting ourselves a couple of rules as well. So let's go to the R&D tree. As you can see, it looks plain and boring. Yeah, so the rules are as of simple. I am only allowed to do minor upgrades to start with. So, as you can see on the engine side of things, I can do this upgrade, I can do the cylinder heads, I can do the ERS cooling, I'll do the pistons. Now, obviously, as you can see right here, there are some pieces which are not minor. So, as you can see, the barge boards here is a major upgrade, and obviously I have to do that upgrade in order to get to the next set of minors. Now, if I do get into a position whereby I have got a major upgrade that is blocking my minor upgrades, or even an ultimate upgrade for that section, I have to make sure that I have done every single minor upgrade possible before I can unlock it. So let me take you on an example here. So at the moment, it is standard that I have to go ahead and upgrade all of these elements to my car, no matter what. Like I can't stop. I have to upgrade these pieces because they're minor upgrades. Once I've done those and I have no more minor upgrades left and it's only a major upgrade that's blocking me from doing more minors, I then have to, for example, come to the chassis. You can see here that I can make an upgrade, but then there's a major one that's blocking me. You can see the pattern. Right, I've now done all the minors on this side, all of them on that side. Now let's go and do the minors on this side, for an example. Once then there are no minor upgrades left for me to go ahead and purchase, I'm then allowed to go ahead and purchase the major upgrades to re-unlock those minor upgrades. Basically, I want to make sure that I'm not just, upgrading everything straight away. I want to make sure that it's minor upgrades first, then I can do my major upgrades. Once I've done my major upgrades, then I can do my ultimate upgrades. And it's just a little bit of fun that way. Obviously as well, durability, that's going to be done to the max. I have to do the whole durability side of things. And also these department efficiency sections here, I've got to do all of these. Now the plan is, I might actually just do all the department efficiencies first, just to see how difficult it is. But how much is it in total? 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. It's about 6,000, 7,000 R&D points. It's going to take me a while to get through all those. These ones I think are a little cheaper. Yeah, they're nothing. It's just the ones over here that are a little bit more expensive. So hopefully you guys enjoy the series. And this is the F1 project. And this is our project. So first things first, we're going to be doing department efficiencies. I want to make sure that my upgrades are cheaper. And we're now going to go into the practice session here. We are obviously allowed to do practice because, well, at the end of the day, we need to make sure that we've got some R&D points in our back pocket. So this is, I'm looking forward to it actually. I'm really looking forward to coming up with lots of different projects. Also as well, I am doing this on the PC version of F1, so maybe later down the line I might get some mods and pop them on my Mercedes, give myself a couple of different livery changes, just to make it feel a little bit fresh. I'm still learning how to get my own helmet though. That is something that's really bugging me. I've got to listen to Jeff, haven't I? That's something that's really bugging me. I literally have been trying to mod my own helmet. The one that I've been using for the F1 journey last season. I tried to mod it into this career mode helmet design. I did all the steps and it didn't work, so I'm sort of like, ugh, don't really care. So, yeah, we've got our practice programs ready to go. Really, what we just need to do is just get a good result in. So, what setup do I want to run for this track then? Let's have a look. Shall I just default it for the lols? Do you know what? I'll do, this isn't it, guys, don't follow my setups. They don't work. Don't work, so they don't make you fast, so don't try them. But I'm just going to do what I do in F1 2018 and stick with it because I still feel comfortable. Alright, I get it, Jeff. I'm more than aware of what you want. Shut up. Okay, so the practice sessions is over and we're going to go into the one-shot qualifying. And we can make our first upgrades if we really wanted to, but I'm just going to wait till the end of the weekend to decide where I want to go upgrade-wise. But without further ado then, I'm going to go straight into it. It's only a one-shot quali, so I've only got one chance. So if I bottle it, I bottle it. If I smash it, I absolutely smash it. Yeah, that was a really terrible accent of, don't know what I was doing, speaking gibberish by the looks of it. I have completely screwed up the final sector of my... I'm furious. Oh my god. Perfectly executed? Bitch, where's the perfectly executed in a P5 qualifying session when I was fastest through the middle sector and oh my god, I so badly screwed up the last sector. Just didn't have... Wait, when did Butler and Weber come into this? I skipped the F2 feeder series because I didn't want to bother with it. Oh well, it's going to be P5 on the grid though. It's still plenty to play for. We know we've got the pace. We're in a Mercedes, for God's sake. But yeah, I'm gutted about that. I thought that we had a little bit more in the tank. That final sector was horrible. The final 3 corners were a complete mess. The third to last corner, I went wide on the apex. The second to last corner, I went in too deep. And the last corner, I just decided that, you know, chickens were more attractive than a model. So, yeah, that's all I can really say about that. Not a good qualifying session, but, oh well, races. Races were the races. And, yeah, let's see. How long does it take them for a minor upgrade to arrive? It's a 2-week period, so I would have to wait till China for anything to come into play. Cool. Right, okay. Anyway, I've got a race to get into. Alright, so we're on the grid then to start the Australian Grand Prix. Yeah, that's enough fuel. That'll do. I'm not bothered about how much is in there, to be honest. Alright, anyway, let's get ready to race then. Here we go. 5 red lights. That was a really quick sequence. Already past the Red Bull. I'm going to try and cover that off. Nice. Right, we got past the Red Bull. I'm sorry, I got a warning for a collision with Weber. Do you want me to go and rewind and watch that? What did I do then? Go on, show me what I did wrong. As I go in towards the first corner here now, up the inside. Weber has... What did Weber even do? He did something. I'll tell you exactly what he's done. He's gone for a gap that's never there. He's gone for a gap that's not there. We make a bit of contact. Oh, and he spins around and does a bit of dirty things. That's your own fault, mate. Get good. So far, lap 3 of the Grand Prix, everyone pretty much staying with each other. I'm just trying to close it to Vettel. Butler very close to my bumhole right now. Really just starting to eye it up a little bit. Ooh, that was a bit wide. You can see him right behind me there. I'm just trying to... The PC just feels so much different to play compared to the Xbox version of F1. I don't know what it is. The Xbox version just feels faster. Oh, Butler's gone for it up the inside. Clever.
Some information on Vettel. They seem to have an issue.
Ooh. Sebastian with car problems. That's going to get me on his tail quickly. I'm also trying to shake off Butler as well. And he is definitely slowing. I seriously lack on front end grip. Butler's got a better run than me. I'm going to cover off Butler a bit. And then I'll go for the move on Seb. And keep Seb ahead.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
There we go. Keep Seb in front of me. Now Devon's going to have to wait a little longer. And I can pull away from Seb now. Currently in a rock and a hard place at the moment. I'm matching pace with Hamilton, which is nice. And I'm pulling away from Devon Butler, which is nice. Sorry, I said that the wrong way around. I'm pulling away from Butler, which is nice. But I can't close that to Hamilton. Our pace is each... You know what? Sod it. Let's just do this. I'm just going to undercut him. Screw it. Let's just do that. That'll make my life easier. And I'm going to crank up a front wing change as well. Let's do this. I'm matching the pace. The gap is stuck at 3.3 seconds. I can't get any closer than 3.3. It's doing my nut in. So, let's force the change then. I was meant to pit at the end of the next lap. I was meant to do one more lap and then I would have been in. So in theory... Oh, I want to get in front of this traffic, really. That's just not helped, is it? Oh, yeah, I get a warning for a collision with Stroll. Of course I do. I couldn't be any further up your arsehole if I tried. Just move, you pile of cash. That was a bit corner cutty, but whatever.
Down to mix too soon.
Can confirm. The undercut attempt, it didn't work. It cost me. In fact, I feel like Butler's closed the gap between myself and him. I don't know why. But that undercut attempt didn't work, and I feel like I lost too much time under Stroll. I probably lost about 2 seconds, maybe 3 seconds, just... You know, from the exit of the pit lane when we nearly crashed. Well, we did crash, actually. So, yeah. That's annoying. Alright then, guys, so here we are then. Last lap of the Grand Prix. Hamilton has won the first race here in Melbourne. For us, it's going to be second place. It's a Mercedes 1-2, though, so I can't really complain about that. And we recover from starting in P5. Back qualifying session. Okay race. Just hardly anything happened, really. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was kind of quiet. I don't really have anything else to say on it. Toto Wolff's gonna be happy, obviously, because it's a 1-2, so at least he won't be, you know, smashing the desk. He'll be smashing his misses instead. Hamilton, race winner there. I'm going to skip for all this because, you know, I ain't going to listen to all these cutscenes. But there it is then, guys. You can see it is Hamilton ahead of myself and then Devon Ballsack in there. You know, I haven't forgotten about the Ballsack boy. Come on now. You thought I'd forget about Ballsack boy? Nah, fam. I remember him. But anyway, as you can see then, spray the champagne. Yep, spray all that and skip all that. We'll have a little race run down. So as you can see then, Hamilton wins the Grand. In fact, he set a, bloody hell, he set a 24.0 as his fastest lap. I only set a 24.9 as my fastest lap. Butler finishes, or Ballsack should I say, finishes in P3 ahead of Verstappen. Then it's Magnussen from Raikkonen, Norris, Gasly, Ricciardo, Grosjean. Vettel only finishing in P13 after he had car problems, and Lucas Weber never recovered after he decided to career into my bumhole there, which is very, very disappointing for him. But we're going to go and have a little chat with MR and see if we can start beginning the first upgrades to Max in the Merc.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it. You gained a lot of positions during the race, didn't you?
Oh, I was on my phone. Whoops. Yeah, I gained a lot of positions. What was good about my car? Yeah, it was quite fast in a straight line. I'm not gonna lie, it was actually pretty good. It looked like you had a really good strategy for the race. Yeah, we did. We raced hard and, well, we got a podium finish, so, yeah.
It wasn't the cleanest race today, was it?
Well, you know, I think all I gotta do is just press this. Oh, sorry, I forgot to comment. Oh, my bad. I'm better.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Good, glad. Right. I love being a knob in the interviews. I wish there was some swearing, though, that you could do. Just, you know, allow me to just speak from my microphone and just be, and she'd be like, "What's your profanity?" And it just, like, drops down your reputation or something like that. If you swore, it'd be great. But, like, we're on live television. Can you stop swearing, please, you little slagger? And all that stuff. I'm sorry for my Scottish accent. I know it's bad. It's the best one I can do, though. But anyway, first things first. Oh, we've got some transcripts. I'm not reading them. Right, we've got 791 resource points, which can mean we can make our first minor upgrade of the series now. What do we want to make the upgrade on? Do we want to reduce the overall weight of the car? Do we want to This one's only 430 resource points now. It's actually gone down a little bit in price. In terms of the performance then, so, well, in theory, we've got the best engine on the grid, and it's going to take a couple of upgrades before anyone really catches us. So I think it's only smart that we did something on this side of things, and I think, well, I think we should go with an aerodynamic upgrade. I'm going to do the aerodynamics. We're going to go for the front wing gurney flap. And we're going to pop that onto the car. It's going to come from the Chinese Grand Prix. And then it means that we do then have a major upgrade, which is what's going to halt us. That's what's going to halt us now. And this is what makes the series quite fun. I can no longer now do any... I can't upgrade that until I've done 4 upgrades at least minimum on my car now. Which kind of makes it fun in there. And then we'll be able to purchase the weight reduction upgrades at the end of the next episode then. Durability I don't really care about, like, because I'll just pick tracks that I'm strong at and take penalties and just spatter them. But I'm going to move over to the next weekend now for Bahrain. I'm going to do that race as well, mainly because this one was a wee bit on the quiet side of things, should we say. Okay, so we're here then for the start of the Bahrain Grand Prix now. So welcome to Bahrain. I don't even know if I introduced Bahrain to start with, but here we are then. We're here for Bahrain. We're about to do qualifying. I've done the practice programs now. We're getting closer to using another one of these department efficiency bonuses. And I'm going to put it on the chassis side of things for when we get it. What I really want to do in this Grand Prix, and it's a bit of a tough ask because we know how good the AIs are around Bahrain, is I really want to win the race. And it's because I get that team goal bonus then. And that's a lot. And eventually down the line, it's going to be slightly easier to upgrade because obviously I can put on, upgrade speed to help with that, and also race bonus, give me a bit more dollar, you get me? But I feel good, car feels decent. I'm still struggling with the front end of the car, and I don't feel like it's the Mercedes' front end that I'm struggling with. I feel like I'm struggling with the gameplay on PC. To me, the gameplay is so slow. I don't know what it is. Like, it just feels like I'm driving a saloon, not a racing car, compared to what I play on Xbox. I could be, like, completely drunk, but I'm just playing the both. But I need to shut up now, because man's got a sweaty lap incoming. And that's how we do that. Pole position. Thank you very much indeed. That was a perfect lap. I don't think I made one massive mistake in there. Really nice and just clean lap. I might actually just show the full, just let the full lap play in the video. But it's a Mercedes front row lockout. Vettel splits up the two rookies. Lucas, no one gives a damn about him, and Devon Ballsack. Verstappen there as well, 1.1 off mine. Bloody hell, Weber just actually Weber and Butler got the same time, lol. And then further down the order we can see Williams, and that's all I really wanted to say. I just wanted to roast them, to be honest. But it's a front row lockout for us, but it is pole position. We're going to be starting for the best seat in the house, and I'll see you guys now on the grid. Thank you very much. Well, Jeff pretty much said it there. We've done a great job to get it on pole, but now we need to hold on to that. So here we go then. Completely different to where we were in Australia. This time we're on pole position here. Right, we've got 5 red lights. That's a brilliant start. That's an amazing start. Oh my god. I can take my time into turn 1, you know. And I will. That's the end of the first lap done. We are going to cross the line and be about half a second clear, I think, of Hamilton. 4/10 actually. It's a lot less than I thought. He's closing up with me a bit of slipstream here. But he's not going to pass me into the first corner. A very clean opening lap. But I do feel like me and Hamilton are about to go to war. Or have a battle. Or have AIDS. One or the other. I think AIDS is the perfect option. But yeah, we're just going to try and see what we can do. Hello, Hamilton. You fancy going for it? Sure, go on then. I think I'm going to make it easy for you. You got another thing coming. Have that. There we go. That's the opening that I need. He sets a 30 point. Butler set a 30.5. Sorry, Hamilton now under pressure from Butler behind. That had nothing to do with me. Yeah, it did. It had everything to do with me. Right, I'm going to leave my car in a fast engine mode for a lot of this lap to try and pull away now. What I don't want to do is get stuck in the DRS train because there's 3 DRS zones around here. And it'll just be bloody 8s. Right, we're just out of DRS to Hamilton. He, however, is under pressure from Devon. That's not my concern, really. My concern is winning. Do we actually? That's great. How about you jump in the car then and look after it? What do you want to do? Get a little baby bottle and shove it up its exhaust pipe so it can drink it? No, it's an F1 car. Shut up, Jeff. Get lost. They're 3 wide by there. Are they alright? They're going a bit mental, I must say. Whoa, yellow flag behind. Who's got a problem? Vettel, meanwhile, has just jumped up into 2nd place, so he's managed to overtake Devon Bullsack and Lewis Hamilton. For me, meanwhile, I'm just getting on my own race. I'm just trundling away now. I don't know who's retired, though. It's Raikkonen in the Alfa Romeo. 3 seconds now, my gap out front. Now that I've cleared DRS, I'm just comfortable. I haven't looked back since. It's nice. Because it's weird. Bahrain is one of those tracks which suits me versus the AIs. I know it's a strong track for the AIs, but it's one of the strong tracks for me as well. And I can counter that. It's one of those things, well, I don't like to be cocky about it, but it's like my performance around Bahrain is so competitive versus my AI level skill that I can counter how fast they are, if that makes sense. What I'm trying to say, like, you know, Japan, if you take my skill level around Japan, I'm not fast enough so that I cannot cope then with the pace that the AIs can set. Whereas around, like, here, for an example, my skill level is that much. I feel I'm going to get held by the Red Bull. I feel like it. It's going to happen. Yeah. This is a pain.
Release.
Oh, for God's sake. I've been held up so badly. Vettel's closed the gap. Oh, if Hamilton doesn't get held up in the pits, I actually might lose out. That's actually screwed me over. I've lost 3 seconds or so just being held. Bloody hell, right. So I've got some work to do. Right, Hamilton's just come into the pits now. These 2 Williams cars are going side by side. I knew I'd get held up by these 2. Get away from him then. Trying to steal a slipstream. Out come those lot. And we're fine. We're in front of them. Good. I was worried that we'd lose out. In fact, to be honest, they lost out by staying out. That's what I've noticed. That's good. We're still in the lead then. In a net P1. New fastest lap from ourselves. Wasn't actually an all-time quick. It wasn't an overly fast lap in fairness. I just only went for 100ths quicker than my previous best, but it still was faster. And you can see there in the bottom of your screens, the Ferraris, the Mercedes and the Red Bull there, all pretty much just in a great big fight now. So hopefully, because they'll be scrapping a lot, they shouldn't have to contest my fastest lap. And we can keep that safe. Oh, Sergio Perez is out. That's the second time in a row he's been out. But nonetheless, though, for us, we set out and did exactly what we were meant to do. We've come here to win the Bahrain Grand Prix. That's what we've done. We've managed to counter Hamilton's late charge, cross the line, win the Bahrain Grand Prix, and that's going to put things all square at the top of the championship. But of course, weirdly enough, the aim is not really to win the championship straight. Well, I mean, to win the championship straight away would be nice, but of course, we're here to max out the Merc and then our championship win. So, yeah, but nonetheless, though, for us, as you can see, top step of the podium, and really, really satisfied with that. It was actually quite a solid race, to be honest. As soon as I broke the DRS from Hamilton, that first stint, I was just so good. Really, really fast and composed. In the second stint, then, I sort of lost my edge a little bit. Like, I was fast in the first phase. And then in the second phase of the stint, you saw Hamilton, he just closed that gap down. In fairness, I did spend like a whole lap and a half with like not using any battery at all, and I lost about 1.6 seconds. But even from then, you know, Hamilton still gained another 7-8 tenths on me. So, yeah, so that was a bit of a worry, but we still got there in the end. We still pick up the race win there, and we'll be able to see now in just a second. Here we go. So as you can see, we set the fastest lap of the race as well to claim that by 5/100ths of a second over Lewis Hamilton. So we get the fastest lap point there. Hamilton, Mercedes 1 and 2. Sebastian Vettel finishes ahead of Devon Bulsack there for a Ferrari 3-4 and a Red Bull 5-6. Then we've got Norris in P7. Ahead of K-Mag, Hulkenberg and Sainz rounding out the top 10, and obviously Perez and Raikkonen retiring from the race. So we're going to get into the laptop now, see what we get R&D point wise, start continuing our project of upgrading this Mercedes car, and then we'll see you for the next episode.
Day today. Let's have your take on it. You took the top points today. Was it a comfortable win?
I mean, it kind of was. Like, overall, the car was just incredible.
Well, looks like your luck has changed. Things went a lot better than last weekend, didn't they?
Let's start sucking off the chassis department because I'm going to buy an upgrade for them in a second, so yeah.
Close battle today, didn't you?
We've been pushing, yeah, we could go with that. I mean, he's not really been a thorn in my side. We've literally had one moment where we went side by side and I shoved him wide, and then he got overtaken by Bullsack Boy and had to fight the Ferraris ever since. So that's his own fault for being a penis and not understanding that I am a supreme racing driver. It's got nothing to do with it, but anyway. So, right, let's have a look then. What we got. Right, podium finish, finished on the podium, finished on there, finished in your mum, finished on everything. We are now drawing in that sense because we pretty much, Hamilton beat me all weekend in Australia. I beat Hamilton all weekend in this one. So, R&D point-wise, how much are we going to get then? Let's have a look. We got the team goal, though, which is amazing there. So let's have a look. There we go. So we got that. We've got 1,700 resource points now to put in our back pocket, which is wonderful. So, now, having a look with this then, onto that. We've got the debrief there. We've got, let's have a look. Right, so we can make an upgrade then to the chassis side of things. So I'm first of all going to put a department efficiency on. Straight away, instant discount there. And then 430 resource points to try and get onto the car for Azerbaijan, which is amazing. And then it does mean then durability-wise is a bit cheaper as well. And then next time I can focus on the engine. But again, like I don't really need to focus on the engine. I mean, it is that much good. But anyway, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed today's episode and the first ever episode of the F1 project season 1, which is maxing out the Merc. If you guys have enjoyed it, feel free to drop it a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here as well. I'll see you guys for the next episode of maxing out the Merc, and what should I say, the next episode of the F1 project with you guys whenever I upload the next one, to be honest. But we're going to go to the Chinese Grand Prix now, and I'll see you guys then. So take care all, thank you very much for watching, peace.